We will be better off the sooner we realize and face the fact that despite our tremendous talents and natural resources, yet we are not mentally prepared for the type of national or group prosperity that we are asking for, because the mindset of most Nigerians today overwhelmingly favors individual success, which often comes at the expense of fellow Nigerians. Let's compare Nigeria and Sweden for a moment. Sweden is a well developed country with adequate infrastructure, modern technology, and good economy. Imagine if we move all Swedes to come and live in Nigeria and move Nigerians to come and live in Sweden. Give them everything the Swedes have: the houses, the cars, infrastructure, modern technology, and good economy. What do you think will happen in 10 years? Of course, in 10 years, we will destroy Sweden because we are not mentally prepared to sustain such well organized society. And mind you, I do not believe for a second that the average Swede is more intelligent than the average Nigerian, and neither does Sweden have more natural resources than Nigeria. However, there are fundamental principles that I believe Swedes have over Nigerians at this point. One, Swedes respect themselves more than Nigerians respect themselves. Two, Swedes respect fellow Swedes more than Nigerians respect fellow Nigerians. Three, Swedes are accountable in their actions more than Nigerians are accountable in their actions. And four, Swedes are more trustworthy than Nigerians are. We should be asking this question: why don't Nigerians respect themselves? Why don't Nigerians respect fellow Nigerians? Why are Nigerians not accountable? Okay, if we look at it, one thing that I know is that in Nigeria, your dignity is taken away from you from a very early age, so that you do not learn how to respect yourself. And when you don't respect yourself, you don't know how to respect other people. If we look at this situation in the classroom, a Swedish child will have so much respect for themselves not to sit in a classroom like that under such conditions. And also, the Swedish adult will have so much respect for that child not to put them into a condition like that. And whoever that does that will be held accountable. But we don't wish to explore things like this, but we rather talk about revolution. And what exactly are we revolting from? Our own corrupt selves? See, there is a saying that a fish starts to smell from the head. But in the case of Nigeria, the entire fish, both the head and the body, stinks at this point. Nigeria has been corrupt since beginning. Let's remember the January 15th, 1966 coup was a revolution against the corrupt regime of Balewa and Azikiwe. And what did that revolution get Nigerians? A bloody civil war that had over a million people killed. A majority of them were Igbo civilians. And quite frankly, Nigeria has never recovered from that atrocity and the trauma that it has caused, which is why we have IPOB today. But a revolution in Nigeria today will, of course, give the masses a chance to vent their anger and frustrations, and many of them will get killed in the process. However, it will not solve the problems because revolution historically has not been fruitful for the masses. Let's review some of revolutions, important revolutions in world history. 1789, there was the French Revolution. 1911, there was a Shanghai Revolution that eventually brought Mao Zedong to power in China. 1917 was the Bolshevik Revolution in Russia. And 1976 was the Khmer Rouge Revolution in Cambodia. In South America, 1953, Armas led a revolution in Guatemala. 1956, Fidel Castro led a revolution in Cuba. And 1973, Pinochet led a revolution in Chile. In every one of these cases, each respective country ended up with a dictator. Many lives were lost. In some countries, in some cases, millions of lives were lost. Civil liberties and human rights were suppressed. The freedom and economic opportunities that were promised to the masses never materialized. Of recent, we're talking about the Arab Spring that happened in Egypt, Libya, Tunisia, and Syria. So how is Egypt today? How is Libya today? And how is Syria today? So if history, which by the way is a valid instrument of knowledge, has taught us anything, It is that revolution is an illusion that does not lead to resolution. Because what happens in revolution is one group of power hungry people takes power over from another group of power hungry people, and the masses are left again to suffer. So Nigeria does not need a revolution. Nigeria needs regeneration. Of course, we may not like the idea of regeneration because we're impatient people that are used to having quick fixes. However, there's no shortcut to regeneration. The organic process of regeneration will force us to take a long, hard look at ourselves and ask these relevant questions. Our first republic fell to corruption. Our second republic also fell to corruption. The third republic is falling to corruption. What is it about Nigeria that corrupts the souls of people? What is it that corrupted Buhari? What is it that corrupted Jonathan Goodluck? What is it that corrupted the leaders of Ohanese? And please, the answer is not greed, because a soul first has to be corrupted before they become greedy. Also, we might even ask, what is it about our form of corruption that makes it so pernicious and vindictive? Because as far as I know, there is corruption in every country in this world. I think it's time we start to address the toxic, traumatizing circumstances that harden the hearts and corrupt the souls of people in Nigeria. This is the moral imperative every decent citizen like you and myself must dare to undertake. Our goal at Healing of the Nation is to galvanize like-minded noble souls, people with refined faculties who would, out of empathy and compassion, apply their brilliance and resources in improving human conditions in our country by engaging in private projects. We will create an open source platform where we can share ideas, inspire and support each other in the different projects that we choose to engage in, so that we can create a civil society, the type that we believe in. Thank you so much for listening today. Please, if this video speaks to your soul, please like, comment, and share with your friends. Subscribe to our channel so we can keep this conversation going. I wish you a wonderful week.